Welcome to the National Historic Cheesemaking Center located in Monroe, Wisconsin. I'm Virgil Leopold. The guy behind the camera is Don Sorn. Today is Thursday, July 7th, 2016. But you can tell by the table and by the thing in front, we are not at all in Monroe, Wisconsin. We're probably, what, 4.5, 5 hours north of Monroe at Renard's Cheese, located between Algoma and Sturgeon Bay. And we have 3 generations of the Renards, and I think, guys, this is the first time we've interviewed all 3 generations at one time. We've talked to a 3rd generation, we've talked to a 4th generation. We've never had 3 generations sitting at the table. We have Howard, right, and Gary, and Chris.
Yes.
And obviously, Chris, you're the youngest, right? So that's your dad, and this would be your grandpa, right?
Right.
So, Howard, let's start with you, because we got kind of introduced to Renard's through a friend when we were in Door County, and we were talking about what Don and I have done for the center by doing interviews, okay? And he made the mention that this is the last cheese factory in operation in Door County. And he said, you know what, you need to interview those guys. And we went back, and of course, you guys all know Dave Buchholzer and Steve Settler, and they went, oh yes, we certainly do. So, Howard, tell us a little bit about the history of the number of factories in Door County. How many were there?
Well, I bought this year in 1961,
Okay.
and it must have been about 20 factories in Little County, I would say that.
Okay, 20 factories in Door County.
There was
Okay.
one on every corner.
Sure, okay.
Maybe more.
Right.
Could be more.
Right.
Yeah. And that was the last one.
And one by one, it went
Disappeared.
on. Okay. Just out of curiosity, why? What, I mean, or
Well,
you can answer that question, maybe one of the 3 of you.
I think if we didn't go went to marketing our own cheese, I don't think it'd still be here either.
Okay,
Like, all the other guys that little co-ops around here, was a lot of them. They used to sell Always on marketing.
Okay, right.
And
right.
then, of course, when Always left, there was no place for them to sell the cheese
Okay.
anymore, so they didn't really have one choice.
Okay. Okay,
And we started marketing our cheese quite a few years ago.
so you,
76.
76. we started.
76, you started marketing your own cheese, okay? So one by one, they went out, you guys, because of you adjusted to the future, I want to say it that way, by going out and saying, hey, if we're going to make this, we're going to market our own cheese. At that time, in 1961, how big were you in terms of size compared to what you are today?
When I bought here, there was 16,000 pounds of milk in it, just a little over 1 vat.
Okay, so 16,000 pounds, right around 1,600 to 1,700 pounds of cheese, that would be it. Again, we keep talking about, when we do interviews, it's a 10-to-1 ratio. It doesn't make much difference what kind of cheese you make, it's a 10-to-1 ratio. Okay, so 1,600 pounds.
That was sold all the cheese. In flats, and we made some Colby flats, I think.
Connie.
Connie,
Say that again, what? Wait,
Connie.
Okay,
It's like a Colby. It's a higher moisture Colby.
Okay. This is one of the interesting things, Gary, for us as we've come up here. We just interviewed Marshall over terms that people use, like daisies and horns and that kind of cheese that we never.
See, that's just a type of cheese that you can style it anyway, like a daisy
Okay.
or a flat or whatever.
Explain a daisy, explain a flat for people watching this who don't have a clue what we're talking about.
Well, a daisy is a cheese just like this here, 22-pound wheel.
Okay.
A flat is a 37-pound wheel, all bandage style, just like
Okay.
this here.
Okay.
We make those, and we made 150-pounders,
Okay.
which was a wheel also.
midgets.
Midgets, 12-pounders.
Okay.
And then we made some cheddars, not very many, but we made cheddars. That was a 75-pounder.
Okay. Now.
That was all bandage style cheese.
All bandage style like that, like that. Okay, now, the last couple of days, people mentioned the term horns. Does that ring a bell to you?
A horn is just a style of cheese. It's just like a daisy. Horn is
Okay.
a cylinder style of cheese.
Okay,
And you can make it Jack or Colby or cheddar.
okay. Question, Gary. We've done, I said 42 interviews down in the Greene County area, a little bit into Lafayette County, a little bit into Illinois. Those terms never came up that in all the times that we do. Why the terms up here that you use versus what we use in southern Wisconsin?
Because I do not believe there was much bandage style cheese made down there.
Okay,
They made a lot of Swiss, they made a lot of Munster, a lot of brick,
correct,
you know.
absolutely.
And up here, we made a lot of cheddar.
Well, then, when I first started, nobody made any blocks or anything like that. I can remember when I made,
Well, when you first started out in business,
when I was working in Green Bay, I made one of the first flats of block, cheddar blocks.
So Howard, where did you start with, did you grow up in this area?
Well, in the morning,
Okay,
it's 19 bucks.
okay,
We had a little cheese factory there. My dad always had a milk crop there, called mill.
okay,
And I go along, milk crop.
all right.
And then I started working in the cheese factory a little bit, helping the cheese maker out pretty soon, you know, maybe
How old were you when you started working in the cheese factory?
15.
All right, so you worked there.
And I've been working in there since then.
Oh my gosh, so how long did you stay with that factory then? You remember?
5, 6 years.
Okay,
Got married. Then I run a little co-op a year after year or so after we were married. It was a little co-op on the road, Gardner. I got
Okay.
a job over there like that.
all right,
We did that for a while. Well, then went to Carlton, I was cheese factory there.
okay, I know where Carlsville is, so you worked.
I went
okay.
broke, bank debt and that.
All right.
It was a little cheese factory.
Okay,
a little,
But with going on.
okay.
No milk there whatsoever. But bank that serves a big came over. Westmeyer, I don't remember his name yet.
Okay,
He came over, see if I wouldn't take over that cheese factory.
is that right?
Then, no, but he said, go and see them farmers. He said, I'll bet you did all of them.
Is that right? Okay.
So, they got picked up and I went up north to Sturgeon Bay. I visited all the farmers around. They all went to all milk.
Is that, wow, cool.
So I bought it. I didn't even have, I didn't have hardly any money at that time. But he said, you don't need no money. He said, land contract. And
Okay,
I took over.
and then how long were you there?
Well, I was only there a couple of years.
All right,
Then I had built up maybe to 10, 12,000 pounds of milk.
all right,
At that time, that was pretty good.
right, okay,
And Lake to Lake was in the making, but they weren't picking up milk from the farmers. But a lot of these farmers were signed up with Lake to Lake. And all at once one day, Lake to Lake said they're opening up
plant.
a plant in Survey, taking milk.
Yeah.
And I lost my all my milk
is that right? Okay,
overnight.
so then what did you do, Howard?
Locked up again, and made cheese, Casper cheese.
Okay, okay,
So I was there for about 3 years or so.
gosh,
And then there was a co-op in Green Bay, a big co-op in Green Bay, they had milk.
all right,
Okay. The old guy that was president there, he come over one day and asked me if I'd come over and make cheese.
okay.
Started me out $100 a week, boy.
Yeah, this, that's crazy, oh, yeah, they do that.
So I went over there, I stayed there for 8.5 years.
Okay.
Then Lake to Lake bought that damn place out.
You really like Lake to Lake.
So I bought this place.
And you bought this place at 61. Oh my God, that's when I graduated.
Now Lake to Lake is out of business, we're still in business.
Is that right? Seriously, are you serious? They really are.
Yeah, they are.
They're out of business. Oh my gosh. So Gary, how did you get involved in the cheese?
Well, as I was growing up, I worked with Dad in the factory
Okay.
all the time, and I got to be a senior in high school.
So not just starting here, you were in,
Yeah, he took me in, when he was in Green Bay, made cheese with him in Green Bay.
okay, so that's where you started in Green Bay, not in this actual factory.
No, no,
Okay.
Green Bay with Dad.
Okay.
And then he bought this whole thing, of course.
You followed him over.
Yeah, we were making
Okay.
cheese
It
here.
was high school, yeah.
I was still in high school, yeah.
Okay.
And I was a senior in high school, and well, I thought I was going to be making cheese at Rosewood. Dad says, well, he says, this place is not big enough for, well, it was, he had a family, yeah, I was the oldest, and he had 6 children he had to support.
Okay.
And anyway, we were selling our cheese to an outfit in Oklahoma.
Okay.
And what's his name again?
Leroy.
Oh yeah, Leroy Lipsky.
Okay.
And anyway, he had bought a cheese factory where Chris has got the store there now.
All right.
And he had some makers hired, to run it by the
Sure.
pound. By the way, they had a lot of tough luck. They couldn't make a very good piece of cheese. So one day I'm working by Leroy there, loading boxcars up with cheese, to ship out. And he says to me, I'm a senior in high school, he says, are you interested in getting into the cheese business? And I said, yeah. I said, that's a pretty good deal. I told me what the deal was. I came over and asked Dad about it. Dad said, Yeah, he says, you better take that over.
Is that right? So you took a factory over? No, you took a factory over.
We bought that 2 weeks before he was on my school.
Okay.
Right,
Wow.
you're right.
And you've been making cheese ever since?
That's all I ever did.
Are you
I
still,
never-
are you still making cheese?
No, I'm
You-
retired now, totally
So,
retired.
Grandpa's retired, Dad's retired, we got the young guy over
The young
there.
guy, he got all the work.
And he-
My business job now is taking care of the grandkids.
That's probably one of the best jobs.
Yes, it's not a bad job, not a bad job at all.
Chris, the youngest, right?
Well,
And when did you get involved?
I got involved when I was a little kid because I grew up in the factory too.
Okay.
We lived right above the cheese factory over in Cleveland.
Okay.
That's his plate bundle is the cheese fat.
Oh.
So
You
I
know what,
grew up
that's
with-
the second time since we've been up here, somebody said that. What did you do with the kids? We had a van. You know, with the kids in the van. You know, it's a twice and
We
then-
got moved from open vat to open vat. and it's-
Uh-huh. You know what, today they probably call that abuse. But you know, I grew up on a farm. You know, I can remember going out to the barn when I was little and they put me in a place so I could play and stuff. I mean, it's no different than what you guys did. I mean, seriously,
Yeah.
you really know.
We've all grown up. I mean, I've got
We
four
had no
daughters.
babysitters.
You didn't have babies. Exactly right.
I've got four daughters and they've all helped out along somewhere.
Is
My oldest is
that
18
right?
and she's helped out. My youngest is 8 and she's, if it hasn't been in the factory, it's been in the store. The work ethic has been brought up all the way down. Grandpa's had all his kids work in the factory and had all his kids.
That's a great piece of information, the work ethic that's involved in this. People do not understand how much work is involved in a cheese factory. But you saw it from an early age, your grandpa and your dad. And so you learned to be able to do that. Now your kids, excuse me, are learning to do that same thing. I think that's wonderful. So how old were you when you got your license then?
I left. I actually went to work for Superbad Foods for 7 years.
What are you?
I got out of high school and said, no
Okay.
way in heck am I going back to make cheese. And I went off to college and worked for Super Value for 7 years.
Okay.
Dad called up and said, you know, looking at possibly getting out of the factory a little bit. Do you have any interest in coming back? And it took me about 3 months. Sat down, we decided, you know, what was the pros and cons. And
Okay.
I grew up in North County and I grew up in the country. Living in Milwaukee just,
This didn't cut it for you,
No.
did it?
and I really didn't like corporate America. I liked being judged on the hard work, not who you knew or what you did.
And that's so much happens in a business like that,
Right.
absolutely.
So I came back and I'm glad they let me go off on my own and figure out what I wanted to do with my life.
Right.
I think that was a huge thing for
Then
me.
came back. So how old were you, Chris, when you came back?
26 when I came back.
Okay, now, if you're not mistaken, do you own the master cheesemaker? Is it your Capricorn or?
Yes.
Okay. And you got that just a while ago, because I remember, see, I remember
Couple years
the
ago.
National Star Cheesemaking Center puts out a monthly newsletter, and that's where I first saw your picture, I think, was in there, because they announced the various master cheesemakers.
Right. 2014.
2014, in what category?
Cheddar and mozzarella.
If folks who are watching this for the first time, somebody here explain, how do you get your cheese making license to begin with?
It's changed over the years, hasn't it, Grandpa?
You start out with you.
It was really easy when I started.
Okay.
The inspector came over and made cheese with you for a day in the factory. Followed you around all day. You had to take charge of making the cheese. Then if he
And you
okayed it.
didn't like what you were doing? You got your license and you were a licensed cheesemaker. Gary, how did you get yours?
Well, when I got mine, I was 16. I had to have worked so many years in a factory. You know, I can't remember exactly what it was, too bad, it was.
Right,
And
okay.
then like he would have been, you know, the person that.
He would have been your mentor or
Right,
whatever,
right.
okay, for
And
that?
then they come, give you a form, and you fill that out, and you have to go take a test in Green Bay at the State
Oh,
Department.
you do have to, there's a
Yeah,
test that's
technical
involved in
test,
it
yeah.
related to different aspects of cheese
Yes,
making?
from
Is that what it is?
testing mill to making cheese.
Okay, is that, oh, okay. Chris, what did you have to do to get your license?
Regulations have changed on that. Dad signed off on me getting my license.
Right, okay,
But the regulation was then, I think it was 6 months you had to work. So many
Okay.
hours.
okay.
After you got the hours in, you're signed up by Cheesemaking, you went and took a test. And the test changed to, now it was all multiple choice, but anyway, when they took it, it was an essay.
Really? Oh my gosh, okay.
So you gotta have your hours in, and then it's having an approved cheesemaker, or a licensed cheesemaker, sign up.
Okay, now, go into being a master cheesemaker.
Master cheesemaker is much more difficult.
Okay,
You have to be making cheese for 10 years,
okay,
5 years in the styles you're going for. Like I went for cheddar mozzarella.
okay,
So I currently have been making 5 years of that cheese. And then you apply, you go through an interview process.
okay.
Once you're approved, they come and inspect your plant. If you meet everything every code, you can start. It's a little over 2.5 year process. They'll test your cheese every year. You have to send samples in. We still currently send samples in for testing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
But when
went,
do you send them in? Send them into where?
UWMINS, the
Okay,
CPR,
okay.
Center of Research and
Gotcha,
Development.
right, located right where Gary Grossman has his cheese factory
Right.
at that park. Okay.
And they inspect your cheese, make sure it meets qualifications to be a master cheesemaker.
Okay.
And then after you get done with your classes, at the end of your 2.5
Where do you
years,
have to take those classes?
you go to Madison, and they have certain
Right,
classes.
you're right at the research
Yeah.
center, okay. So John Yagi involved in that?
John Yagi,
Okay.
Mark Johnson.
Okay, John
Dean
Yagi is
Summers.
one that we interviewed to get an idea of what the research center was, okay?
They're very, very helpful people.
Yeah.
And then after that, they send you an exam. They give you 4 weeks to complete it. And my exam took me 48 hours from start to finish. And it was 53 type pages that I turned.
You know, we would tell, I do the tours of the National Historic Cheesemaking Center. My wife and I both volunteer there. It's a welcome center also. She handles the front part, so people do that. I do the tours. And I show them the pictures of the area people who were master cheesemakers. And I'll tell them it's a 40-hour exam. They all look at me and go like, oh, you're crazy. So, you know, from what I've heard, it takes 40 or more hours. You just said 48 hours to finish that.
48 hours, and make sure you don't have any interruptions. You're thrown out of the office, and do when your kids are home.
Well, good for you, congratulations. Okay, let's go back to Renard's cheese today. How many different kinds of cheese do you make here at Renard's?
We still make the cheddars, Colby's, Monterey Jacks, Italians.
Those are your basic ones.
Those are the ones that we started with. Get me wrong, was it in the 70s, early 80s you started making Munster?
Yep,
Right.
80s and 80s.
Started making Munster brick.
Okay,
We also make farmer's cheese too.
Okay.
Since then, and then in '97 we added straight cheese.
okay.
And I got my master's in the mozzarella. The straight cheese was the one area I could say I brought back to the business because they had already had everything set up before that.
Okay, but you've got many more people who come up here. You've got a wonderful story. That is a beautiful story, okay? It's the first time we've ever been in. That's why our wives are coming back. I've been spending our money. You know, this is shocking. But you've got many more than those 4 or 5 that you make.
Those are the main styles we do. The
Okay.
main types of cheese.
Right.
We right now make over 26 flavors. The flavored ones that have started out, they've always made pepper jack, they've always made onion and garlic and caraway cheddar.
Right.
And we expanded now in the last 4 years. We've started getting into more. We got requests. We make a Morel Leak Monterey Jack. I know there's not many people that make this day. We make more Monterey Jack, Morel Leak than we do pepper jack.
Okay. Well,
We'll probably make a batch or two of that.
well, there's a cherry cheddar out there. We're going to buy before we go back because I've never seen that. Cherry to begin with.
We started that out here in Door County. Door County's also known for its cherries.
Okay.
So that was one of the requests to try a cherry.
And we just bought some cherry wine from Floodston. So we gotta have some cheese with the cherry wine. So you expanded how many pounds of cheese? You went from the 1,600 pounds of cheese in this factory at one point. How many pounds of cheese do you make a day here now?
We average 7,500 to 9,000 a day. Our busy times of the year, we're making 12,000.
12,000 pounds of cheese, from 1,600 to 12,000. You pretty much increased a little bit, okay? So, but this isn't your only, this is your only factory, right?
This is the only factory.
But you have other outlets, am I right here, Gary? You have-
2 stores.
2 stores.
Okay, where are the stores?
The one on 57, Highway 57, going into Sturgeon Bay, and this one here, County Trunk
The
S.
one at 57 is right next to the factory that damaged.
Oh, okay, so how far down on 57 is it on Sturgeon Bay?
7.5 months.
Okay, before Highway 42 or after 42?
Before 42.
Before 42,
Going north.
Okay, oh my God, okay.
And that's where the cheese factory was. And we lived about '75 when Dad and I went in partnership, then we turned that into the bottom, the cheese factory part, into a store. And we still lived upstairs until
Okay.
I retired.
So where do you get your milk? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, farmers.
Off. Is this a co-op?
No.
It's not a co-op, it's just a privately owned, so you go out and you get your own patrons, you go out and say, here we are. So, but do you get milk from Door County? Do you get it from other counties?
Door, Kiwanee.
Door, Kiwanee County, and Kiwanee County will just be south here.
It's small, Kiwanee County starts about a half mile away from here.
Oh, is that right?
We're just on the Door County side.
So Algoma is not part of
That's
Door
Kiwanee
County?
County.
Oh, that is, oh,
Yes.
see, I always thought it was part of Door County.
Right next to it.
Okay, so you have enough farms around here?
We
You have
have
an operation?
24 all-family farms. We don't have any corporate farms, we're all small family farms.
Is that right?
And then extra milk that we need to bring in, I'm able to buy from other cheese factories that are picking up milk in our company. So all the milk we have here is local.
Okay.
Even the extra milk we bring in is local.
Wow. Gary, you talked about, working with people in marketing. So how do you know, how did you know, and how did Howard know, how do you know how much to make of each of these kinds?
Well, it started off as we were making, you gotta make X amount of pounds a day.
Okay.
So what your milk is, sometimes markets were slow, so you just kept making, you knew what types of cheese were selling.
Okay.
So, you just kept on making that type of cheese and,
Okay.
sooner or later it sold, but, sometimes had a little more age on it or whatever.
Okay.
Once in a while they were buying them, the cooler would get full.
And it's sat there for a while.
That's when you got nervous.
Somebody said, we have all this cheese this one time, I'm like, I don't know what we're gonna do to sell this stuff, we're in deep trouble. But he said, eventually it's sold. But now with all your specialty cheeses, Chris, do you have a market? So from there, I'm gonna make X amount of cherry cheddar, I'm gonna make X of.
We know what we have to keep on hand now.
Okay.
We keep a set inventory of how many blocks of cheese we need each flavor on hand, we do that.
Right,
And then wheels, I still make daisies and flats because those are big sellers.
okay.
So we keep ahead on those, just so
So just know that somebody's gonna be coming in and so.
Right, we've got enough customers now, the customer base has grown so much that we've got turnover there.
Do you have somebody that's basically in charge of marketing now?
I do all the sales for the
You do?
factory, just for the factory.
For the factory?
The store, my wife takes care of our sales for the store.
Okay, all right. Howard, a lot of history. You go back a long time. A lot of factories, different places. I admire people like you who have done that. I mean, you've gone from place to place, started this business in '61. As you look back over those years, what has changed the most in this cheese?
Everything.
Everything? Okay.
Everything was so simple when we started.
Okay.
And used to do the bookwork on the kitchen table after supper.
Okay.
Now they got all these computers and
And what did you do with your weight? Just out of curiosity. What did you do with your
one time we,
The farmers took a lot of it
well,
back.
first the farmers took it, then after a while,
Foremost started taking
then we
it.
moved and we sold to somebody buying me, I can't remember.
Foremost.
Foremost want the weight at that point in time.
Then they
So-
shut us off,
Well, they
we
did.
spread it on the fields.
Yeah,
They're good.
okay.
Then they shut us off from that, then we started a weight plant in Luxembourg.
Okay,
Bunch of cheesemakers together, then ended up, there was only 5 of us left.
okay.
And then we all
So,
went to
that way. 'Cause I remember, so I grew up on a farm, we used a lot of the whey for our hogs.
Oh, yeah.
Mix it with the grain, I mean, it was, we call it slop, I don't know if there's an official name, but that's what we called it. It was great, because there was a tremendous amount of protein left in the whey.
Years ago, I can remember we never had enough whey, because the farmer all 2 cans of whey and milk, and he wanted 5 cans of whey.
That wasn't gonna work, was it?
It was a battle all the time.
It might have been 90% of that left for whey, but that's not.
But all the ones that changed, pretty soon the farmers weren't raising hogs anymore, and they weren't taking away.
So the whey then eventually went to Foremost then?
No, well, after Foremost, that's when they built the whey plant in Luxembourg, and then we were manufacturing what they call lacto-whey. And that's a high protein dairy feed. So we were,
Okay.
it was kind of a liquid that it was a top dressing that would put on haylage, things like that.
Sure, that makes sense to me, okay.
That's what they used to, don't make that there yet, don't they? Yes, they do.
They still do that.
We still haul our way over there.
The back on that way.
Okay, so still do, here, Chris, so you do that, and all the way that you have here goes out with the
Goes out.
tanker and goes
Yep.
out of here, so. Do you do any processing or taking any of the water out yourself here, or?
No, we
just a
haven't.
sprinkler?
We haven't done
You
anything.
don't have it? Okay.
They take care of it
Okay.
all.
We've got several factories that we've interviewed over the past 5 years, in which they've got some of their own, they reuse the mess. Matter of fact, Masonville, Gary over in, outside of Marshfield, and they reuse a lot of the water within their own plant there, so we take that, clean them out there, and he was talking about other things he takes out of it, and it was way beyond me, so.
A lot of them do that now.
Yep.
Yeah. Gary, for you, what's changed the most?
Well, I think computers, you know, we were from the old school, yeah, we did our payroll, things on computers. Well, like when Chris got into the business, you know, everything got to be more electronic,
Okay.
you know, and saves a lot of time,
Oh, yeah.
a lot faster. I think that was one of the biggest changes. As far as making cheese and patrons, that's about the same.
That part doesn't change,
That
does
part
it?
hasn't changed
No, I was
whatsoever.
just
I
gonna
think it's the
say.
electronical part of it that really changed.
Yeah.
The book ordering part of it has, but
Okay.
actually in our make side, we still do a lot of the same stuff that they're doing when they started 50 some years ago. The only thing that really changes is the pasteurization is a little different.
Okay.
Bigger pasteurizer here now.
Okay.
And then our starters. We used to make our own, and now we go direct sets.
So he makes cheddar deal fashion with it. It's in an open vat.
Oh,
They
okay.
mill it, you know,
Okay, yeah.
they mat it.
Explain what milling is.
Milling is when you take a slab of cheese and put it into a machine and mix the curd,
Okay,
cuts it up into the curd.
okay.
And that's all hand done, you know. Because there's a machine, you gotta lift the slab into the machine.
Right, right.
Mill to cut it.
So that part of it hasn't changed too. People all think.
And they hand mat it,
We've automated, but there's still a lot of hands-on kind of stuff.
Actually, the cheesemaking process never happened. We don't automate it whatsoever. It's done like what
you guys do.
Grandpa used to do it.
We've been able to do that, and it works for you, and so why change it?
But one of the biggest things that has grown for us has been our cheese curds.
Okay.
How many cheese curds did you sell when you first started your year?
Farmers will come and grab a handful of that.
That's funny.
And now we have weeks where we pull our days we pull 5,000 pounds of curds off.
Are you kidding me?
So cheese curds has been one of our biggest sellers, one of our biggest growing things. Not only fresh curds, we also co-pack for other accounts, and then we do a lot of breaded curds,
You do what?
breaded cheese curds.
Breaded cheese.
Lambeau Field, the restaurants in Lambeau Field, that's our breaded curds. The recipe for the breading, but that's our cheese curds.
Oh.
Willow Park has taken on our breaded curds.
For you, Chris, you've been in the business now since
96, I think.
96.
98, yeah.
For you, what's changed? 20 years, sorry. What's changed the most for you?
The speed of the business around it. Marketing, we do a lot more marketing than we've ever done before. The flavor cheeses. It used to be cheddar, and if you had a fancy piece of cheese, it was a tender cheddar. It was an aged cheese. That was fancy cheese. Now there's so many different flavors out there. If you go to a grocery store, the cheese section used to be small. It's huge. Delis have taken over the cheese they have in there, all the different flavors, all the different uses for it. Restaurants calling, can we get your morale leaf? We want to use it in our sandwiches. We want to use it in this recipe.
So they come to you, and so you say, sure, we'll do that for you. Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. You stop and think how much cheese is being discussed. I just think in Green County with our 12 that we have left from our 300 that were there at one time, they probably, and I think I'm low. I think we make 500,000 pounds of cheese a day in Green County. And I think I'm low. Then you start going up to where we were in Marshfield, and all the cheese is there, and you come up here and the cheese that you guys make around here. There's still a market for that. So what is the future for cheese making?
I think the future's good. Cheese has becoming popular
Yes.
more around the world. We're actually looking into getting to export. That'd be something I guess that's
I think it's just a South
Oh,
Korea.
Yeah,
my
just in
gosh.
South Korea, we've had requests
Really?
for cheese in Korea, so. And that's a whole new market for them because they've never had cheese. Cheese is like 10 years old in that country. Pizzas are big for them.
Just starting to get into it. Thinking, oh my gosh, we're have an export.
Yeah.
So we better worry about our trade kinds of agreements we have. I mean, seriously, we don't want to get into politics now, but Absolutely, our trade agreements are gonna be huge for our farmers and for our cheesemakers that are here. Howard, what do you think of these two guys? Have they done what you wanted them to do?
Just what I wanted.
Were they always easy to deal with, Howard?
What's that?
Were they always easy to deal
Oh,
with?
no, sometimes. You know?
I have a feeling Gary has had a lot of fun in his lifetime.
We worked hard, but we played hard.
Exactly right. You know, I think, and that's.
I gotta remember, work always came before play.
That better be done or flipped.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one thing, they always have to be in the factory, on time in the morning.
Okay.
I never put up with being late.
So, yeah, might have gone out to
They
party,
can
but
come
I know
home
I better
at,
be.
they come home at 3 o'clock in the morning, but they have to be to work, I know you better be there.
How many people have work here now, Chris?
In the factory, we have 18. Between our 2 stores in the factory, we have 66 employees, 46 full-time.
Seriously, you have that much business?
We went from 10
I mean,
employees.
that just blows my mind. That's
Just in the factory, last year, we only had, at this time, 10 employees. We're up to 18. And then the store business, one of the things I gotta say is, you know, we're sitting here taking a lot of credit for this, but Grandma was big help getting everything going to the stores. My mom had everything going to the stores. My wife, without the support.
Yeah. The wife, helped a lot.
This has been a family
All the way through.
business all the way through, and, you know, sometimes I think John and I ought to just take a number of the women and sit them down and talk with them, you know, in terms of their role in this. We had one wife, yesterday, or the day before in Marshville, and how she and her husband worked together all the way through. I mean, yeah, you're right.
That's why my playpen was the bed. Because I
That's
was in the
right.
factory oven.
Yeah. And if you didn't have wives that supported it, and supported this whole cheesemaking, you guys still wouldn't be in the cheesemaking business.
That's exactly right.
And then getting the stores going, I mean, if Grandma and Mom
Yeah.
didn't start the stores to get them where they are now. My wife was working, she done on the store. Let's bring that up.
And Door County will always be a popular spot.
It's a tourist destination.
That's what it is. So you've got people coming up from here, that might come up from Milwaukee, come through Oklahoma, through this way. You've got people that who come up through Green Bay,
Right.
57, so you've got that store covered in terms of there.
And North County, the third most popular place in the United States.
For
Tourists?
For tourists.
tourism and then also for waterfront areas.
Oh, gosh.
It's just
yeah.
the thing,
Yeah.
be a place on, maybe on Hawaii.
You think, is that right?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Oh, my gosh. So do you intend to expand the factory even more, Chris, at some point? More
We're hoping to
stores,
break ground
or-
here in the next year.
Are you really? So we've got an exclusive,
Yes, we're
wonderful.
hoping to break ground within the next spring. Maybe it'll,
Okay.
if all the plans get delayed a little bit, it might be a little longer, but
Okay,
within 2 years, we'd like to be up and running in that plant. Doing things pretty much the same way, slightly automated,
okay.
but we're still gonna make all the
But
milk, so
you're not gonna forget what grandpa did. That's
Keeping that same part of it.
Part of that, what dad did.
we're all gonna keep the milk, curd, cheddar.
Yeah.
I think the milk, curd ages better, tastes better.
I'll tell you what, John and I have been looking forward to this interview for so long. No would ever happen. So did this little road trip where we went to Marshville first and over here. Seriously, I've been really looking forward to this for such a long time. You know, for my friend who sent us here or told us about it, and Chrissy and you, picture in the paper for the National Smart Cheesemaking Center, and going, gotta go to that place. Any last
It's not
words?
just National Cheese Center in Monroe, is that where they make the cheese outside?
They have, we have an old farm factory, okay? Right, we opened up this museum, and we were doing well, we take tours and everything like that, we were about great. And all of a sudden, this guy lived in Arnold and Overstay, little across the line into Illinois, came to us and said, what would you like a farm factory? Well, we knew there were farm factories. They would do it themselves, or they would have one or two at the most, people hauling in, okay? They said, we like them. We said, well, there are lots. No, there's not. I got one. And they went down, and he had all the original equipment from the late 1800s. And so he moved the factory, set it in there, and once a year, we make cheese.
And where is that at?
It's in Monroe.
In Monroe.
In the National
What do they call it? I think it's Cheese Days.
I think I
The
was there.
Cheese Days now is coming up. in September. So if you guys want to have fun, come down to Cheese Days. It's always the second, even numbered year is the third weekend in September, so it's coming up here. So if you guys want to come down, you come on down, because one of the things we do now in our opening ceremony is we introduce our local cheesemakers with their cheeses. They asked me to MC it this year, and I said, and I did last year, and I said, I can do it under one condition. You introduce the local cheesemakers, because that's what cheese days is all about.
That's right.
Howard, I've been looking forward to this. Thank you for coming over. Great history, very wonderful. You got a great son, I think, over there. I think you're doing a super job.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
At Renard's, located between Algoma and Sturgeon Bay. You've got 2 cheese stores, one here on County 1S and one on Highway 57. Don, I think that's it for Renard's here in Sturgeon Bay, Algoma area.